must say good day to you this day of your time. How are you? All right, thank you. We thank you for the co-creation, and we thank you for the polarized synchronicity of going from an aligning tone to an alarming one. Now, let us talk about the idea of karma. Karma is very strongly linked with the idea of synchronicity. Very, very much a representation of what we have termed the fourth law. What you put out is what you get back. For many, many generations on your planet, the concept of karma has been linked with the idea of punishment, retribution, vengeance. But really, that is not what it is about. It is more the idea of balancing, of recognizing that if you are putting out a vibration, putting out an idea, putting out a behavior that is out of alignment with what you prefer, with who you prefer to be in your heart of hearts, that you are always given an opportunity to bring that energy back into alignment, back into balance. In that sense, karma really is a guiding mechanism to allow you to be capable of feeling when you are out of tune, out of alignment, and that vibration of feeling out of alignment, the karmic vibration, in that sense, thus is your guidepost, is your marker, is your alignment tool. It lets you know when you have, in a sense, strayed outside the boundaries of the vibration that represents your natural self, your true self, the vibration that you prefer to be, and allows you to sense, to feel when you are out of alignment with that, so that you can give yourself the opportunity to recognize that, to always know that you are being guided by that vibration, and thus then, if you so desire, if you so prefer, if you so choose, to bring yourself back into alignment by recognizing the vibration as being something other than what you prefer. Now, in that sense, it is a frequency in existence that is representative, shall we say, of your alignment with creation, with all that is representative of your agreement to be a particular expression, to explore certain themes in your life. And when you allow yourself to use this karmic frequency, this karmic vibration, this guiding light, this beacon, this lighthouse called karma, so that you know always where that beam is pointing, where that compass needle is pointing to your true magnetic north, then you will be capable of recognizing how strongly connected to the concept of synchronicity the karmic vibration is. For the idea, of course, is that there is always synchronicity. Synchronicity never stops. It is just that you usually don't really want to recognize it as synchronicity when it is the type of feedback, the type of reflection that you don't enjoy, that you don't prefer. But it's synchronicity nonetheless. So in that sense, you could simply say that karma, the sensation, is really what you might call synchronicity of reflected misalignment. The idea is simply that you are always being given a reflection in life of some circumstance and some situation or some feeling or some awareness or some sensing or sensation that will be reflected at exactly the right place, the right time, exactly the right moment to let you know that you are not necessarily in accord, in alignment with the vibration of your preference, with the vibration of your true self, and that quote-unquote negative synchronicity or karmic vibration will always be there to reflect back to you, to give you yet again another opportunity, along with the feeling of the sensation of the karmic vibration, another opportunity through actual reflected situations and circumstances of knowing that you are not necessarily of the state of being that you prefer to be. So synchronicity in that sense works hand in hand with the karmic vibration to be a reflection, a guiding reflection, to strengthen your ability to tell, to strengthen your ability to discern when you are and are not in alignment with your preferred vibration. The law, as we have described it, the fourth law of what you put out is what you get back, is not always reflected on a one-to-one basis. The idea, of course, is that it is always going to be coming in a form that is representative of the symbolism, of the general theme, of the challenge that you are exploring. It's going to have a similar idea, similar reflection to the concept of the kind of symbols that you experience in dream time. We will discuss that in more detail tomorrow night of your time, but for now, suffice to say that the idea of the way in which negative synchronicity or karmic frequencies are often reflected to you is in circumstances and situations that may not necessarily at first be apparent to the vibration you're giving off. You may wonder why you are in the circumstance you are in, why you are experiencing the kind of difficulty or struggle you are experiencing, why you have run into that particular kind of brick wall. It doesn't necessarily at first seem to have anything at all to do with what you've been thinking about, where you've been aiming for, and so on and so forth. But if you allow yourself to understand how to use these tools, this karmic vibration and this reflective synchronicity of misalignment, you'll be able to take the time to stop, to examine, to explore what it is that has cropped up before you. And in so doing, in being willing to really investigate more deeply the idea of that karmic vibration, you will be surprised and astonished to find the depths of information that lie therein for you, the depths of revelation that the symbols will provide for you, and allow you to truly have deeper insight into where your belief systems lie and what beliefs are in and out of alignment with who you truly prefer to be and what kind of a life you truly prefer to experience in your theme of exploration in physical reality. So the idea involves a great degree of willingness to truly allow the information in. And this has been the struggle and the difficulty for many of you, because having had for so long a negative definition of karma, a punishing definition of karma, when the idea comes up, when the sensation comes up, when the situation and circumstance comes up that is a misaligned reflection, many people don't really want to look at it because they are afraid to look at it, because they have this definition that they're going to be punished for something, that suddenly it amplifies the idea of their fear, the fear that you are not worthy, the fear that you are undeserving, the reinforcement of the idea that you come up short, that you don't amount to anything. All of these ideas that are swirling around in your brains that you have been raised with for countless generations, none of them, I guarantee, none of those negative thoughts about yourself are in any way, shape, or form empirically true. They just simply aren't. I guarantee it. You will never, ever, ever actually discover that you are unworthy. Ever. You may create the experience of feeling unworthy, but you never actually can be unworthy. For again, if you were truly unworthy of creation, believe me, you would not exist. Because creation does not make mistakes. So if you exist, then existence must know that you must exist, must know that you have to be a part of all that is, for without you, all that is would not be all that is. It would be some of what could be. So the fact of your existence in and of itself is the first proof that you deserve, that you are in that sense able to experience your birthright of alignment, that you can never be found truly unworthy, even though you can create the experience of that idea. And the second proof, as we have often said, of your worthiness is the very fact that you're able to experience unworthiness. For you are supported so unconditionally, so worthy are you, that you are supported in anything you believe to be true about yourself, including the belief that you are unworthy. That's how worthy you are. That's how loved you are. You're allowed to have experiences of not being loved. You're allowed to have experiences of not being worthy, of not being deserving, because you are deserving of anything you imagine that is true for you. And all that is will never interfere, never stop you from experiencing what you say is the most true thing you believe about yourself. So trust that karma is not there to punish you. It is there to enlighten you, there to illuminate you, there to remind you of your true worthiness, that you are always guided. You are never without guidance by the vibration of all that is like a beacon, sending each of you that particular frequency that is your true self, and giving you the ability to experience, to feel, to know, to sense, to see reflections of when you stray from that vibration. Of course, again, you're allowed to have an experience of straying from that vibration, even though you never actually do stray from the ultimate core frequency. You can use your core frequency to make it seem as if you have. That's how powerful a creator you are. You can actually use the vibration of your true self to make yourself seem like someone you don't prefer to be. That's a powerful creation. And the more you are willing to experience the reflections of what you are not, the more you're willing to experience the karmic vibration, the more you're willing to experience the synchronicity of misalignment, the more capable you will be of remaining in the vibration of your true self, because you no longer fear the vibration of karma. You know that karma is your guiding light. It is your friend. It is your governing influence. It is your clear-cut path. It is the vibration that tells you very clearly what and who you are not, so that you can more clearly understand what and who you truly are. More karma. Allow yourselves to view synchronistically the idea of the karmic vibration like a siren. To get your attention. It is, in that sense, pay attention, pay attention. This idea is coming through. It requires great alignment. So you can send your compassion, your help, your assistance, your high vibrations of compassion to those that have created experiences of great misalignment within themselves, so that they are capable thus then of using that experience in a very positive, illuminating, growing way. You can send that vibration to all who create the synchronicity of misalignment, the vibration of those who struggle against the vibration of their true self, who resist their natural selves. Karma. Karma is there for you to learn to stop resisting your true natural self, to stop struggling, to stop striving, to stop experiencing the idea in that way of effort. Of course you will always have challenges. Of course you must have some kind of creative pressure in order to grow in a new direction. But none of that has to be viewed or experienced in a negative or misaligned way. Karma is your friend. And when you allow the karmic vibration to truly grow and expand and learn to use it in a positive way, it will no longer remain karma. It might grow to become truckma or busma, or even jumbo jetma. But it will grow in ways that will always serve you. Always. You have a joke, most of you know, on your planet. Your karma just ran over your dogma. So drop the dogma and allow yourself to truly understand that karma is the vibration that allows you to remain in that aligned path with your compass needle pointing straight ahead, with the guiding beacon illuminating your way and all the stepping stones thereon that you yourself have chosen to experience step by step. Karma is always at your beck and call, always at the ready to help illuminate the vibration that you are not, so that you can more clearly understand the vibration that you are. And that service is the service of a great and unconditionally loving creation. We thank you for allowing us to share this particular notion of karma with you. And in the ensuing conversations that may now arise from this interaction, keep in mind the new karmic vibration and allow it to guide you on your experience and exploration and quest in your life, the life you chose to live. For you yourself are the complete and utter arbiter of your own karmic destiny. Karma is self-imposed, utterly by you upon yourself. You may begin, if you wish, with your interactive questions and...
Hi, Bashar.
And a you good day.
I'm very excited to be here talking
We
to
are
you.
excited to speak with you as well. What would you like to discuss?
For the last 4 years, I've been heartbroken over this guy and
Heartbroken over this guy.
over a guy, yes.
Yes.
And
Heartbroken about what?
well, he doesn't want to be with me, but sometimes
Then why
he
would
does.
you want to be with him? Why would you want to attract somebody in your life that doesn't wish to be with you? What
well,
are you
every
doing
time
to yourself?
I stop thinking about him, then he comes into my life again.
To test you, to see if you're willing to give up your power to something that isn't what you prefer? And yet you keep swallowing the bait?
Yep.
Why are you doing that to yourself? How about being heartbroken over what you're doing to yourself?
I think I am.
I know you are.
But I just
what?
get really emotional about it.
Of course you do, because you are feeling the result of what you believe to be true about yourself. But you can't wallow in the feeling. You have to get in touch with what you believe to be true about yourself to understand what it is you're doing, what it is you keep choosing to do.
Okay, well, I mean, I think probably I believe that I'm not lovable or something like that. But even if I know that, I'm not sure how to change that idea.
Well, let's examine it more specifically. You may be aware of the fact that you believe you're not lovable, but you haven't gotten down to the root of why that seems logical for you to believe. Why does that seem believable? That's another belief system. Why does it seem believable that you're not lovable?
Because
Yes.
the people that I love don't love me.
The people that you love don't love you. But again, all you're doing is repeating the pattern in that statement of attracting reflections of what you already feel to be true about yourself, which means you don't love yourself. So what else could you possibly attract if that's how you feel about yourself, other than people who will reflect to you your inability to love yourself, which is what they're doing.
And
you can't be surprised by that if you don't love yourself. That's what you would get.
I'm not surprised by it. I'm just not sure how to change it.
I am telling you how, but you're not really paying attention to the idea.
Okay.
Understand that if you know you don't love yourself, I'm asking you another question. Why would you buy into that as being true, that you don't love yourself, or that you can't love yourself, or you're not worthy of loving yourself? Why would that seem logical to believe in?
Because of a feeling, I guess.
Nope.
Sometimes I love myself. Sometimes I do.
Like when? Give me an example.
When I rock climb and I feel
When
like
you
I
rock
get
climb.
into the gamma state.
All right, and in that state you can feel that you love yourself.
Yes.
So let me ask you a very important question.
Okay.
What's the difference that you're making in your definitions between loving yourself when you rock climb and other circumstances in your life? What difference are you making there in the idea of who you are in different situations?
I feel powerful, and I feel like I can trust myself, and
why can't you bring that to other circumstances in your life? What beliefs do you have that say, I cannot feel this and know this same thing to be true in this situation, even though I feel it in this situation? What difference are you defining there to be between the two situations?
I feel, okay, so...
Stop saying you feel. I know you feel.
Okay.
But what are you defining to be
I have
true?
a definition that to
Yes.
be lovable,
Yes.
you have to prove yourself materially.
What does that mean?
Make a lot of money, just...
Why do you believe that to be true?
Because...
Do you believe that to be true? Not
No.
really.
But the people that I love believe it to be true.
So what? You're not them. They're not you. They're not living your life. Why do you have to believe as they do?
It just seems true.
Why do you have to believe as they do? In order to respect yourself. In order to love yourself. Why do you have to believe as they do? Do you understand that if they are imposing that kind of a belief system on you, that they may think they love you, but it's not love that they're expressing, it's control? Do you understand that by accepting what they are imposing on you as a belief system, that that is not love? Therefore, you think that by going along with their beliefs, you are being loved. But you're not. You're just being controlled. That's not love. So you're under the misguided misassumption that buying into their beliefs means that they're loving you. No, they're not.
Well,
Well, what?
just this one person, because
I don't care how many people it is.
Well, it's just this one person that I want to love me.
Why? Why do you care?
Because I like how I feel when I'm with him.
So what you're saying is, even though there might actually be someone out there who would actually love you even more perfectly, and really love you, you're going to hold on to someone who doesn't really love you in the way that you prefer to be loved just because it's about, oh, I don't know, 82% of it? That's enough? You're going to settle for that and block the passage block the arrival of someone out there who might actually be able to love you 100% for who you are? Is that what you're actually willing to do to yourself? Just because you think you can't attract someone else any better than this? Is that what you're saying? Nod your head.
I don't think I can attract someone better unless I'm better, and I feel like I
Exactly.
have to make more...
Exactly. And when you allow yourself to recognize that someone who exhibits 82% of the traits that you prefer isn't the person that you prefer, you will then allow him to get out of the way and allow the other person to come in. You're the one blocking love from your life. That could be there because you're not willing to be strong enough to know that you deserve better than just some of it. Do you understand?
Yes.
Some of it is not what you prefer, yet you're holding on to it because you don't believe anything else can come in. And the reason it doesn't come in is because you're blocking the way with someone who is only partially what you prefer. You're the one jamming the lanes. Let him flow off. Let him flow by, because whoever does show up, you won't care who it is, because they will feel correct. Let me ask you a question this way. Have you ever had any other relationships before this one?
Yes.
Well, how did this one come about if you didn't let the other ones go?
Okay, right.
Thank you. Obvious, isn't it? So what's so different about this? All you've done is attract to yourself something to test yourself to see if you're willing to put up with something that is a half measure as opposed to standing firm in what you know to be true for you, that you prefer, and letting your life flow that to you. You're actually willing to shortchange yourself. Why? If it happened before that you let someone else go their way because something more came in, what's so difficult about doing it again if you understand that something else can come in if you don't block it from doing so? Just like it did before.
I feel like I'm getting too old.
Oh, how old are you?
I'm 30.
I beg your pardon? 30?
Yes, but on this planet, that's
Oh, no,
kind of
no,
old.
no, no, no. No, 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 no. Excuses, excuses, excuses that are not real. You have a saying on your planet that is very wise. Yes? Fear, F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. Yes? False evidence appearing real. The fact that you're 30, the fact that you're on Earth, the fact that a lot of people say, well, that biological clock is ticking. You'd best marry soon or you're going to be a dried up prune. Is absolute nonsense. Now, yes, we understand there's a collective consensus reality. There are certain things that you've agreed to with the collective consensus that you all abide by that are general, very general truths for a lot of you. That doesn't mean that every single aspect of that has to apply to you individually. And if you simply allow yourself to really fully be yourself, then whatever it is actually needs to be in your life, that is relevant to be in your life, will be in your life. Because it cannot be not in your life. When we talk about, again, excitement being a complete kit, that's what we mean. Everything that's relevant will happen. There is only one exception to this. You've made all your agreements, you've made all your appointments. If you don't worry about them, you'll keep them. The things that need to happen will happen in perfect timing by the agreements you've already made in this life and before this life, about this life. The only way to miss your agreements is to spend your time and energy worrying you will miss the agreements. That's how you miss the timing. By spending time and energy worrying you'll miss your timing. That's the only way to miss your timing. If you don't worry about missing your timing, you cannot miss your timing.
Okay, I understand that.
Maybe you do, and maybe
or
you don't.
I've
we'll
heard
see.
you say that before.
Yes.
Question.
Yes.
Aren't there multiple or infinite realities? So
Yes.
the agreements and the appointments and whatever, aren't they different across all the different
Some are very
realities?
slightly different and some are massively different, but you still get to choose which one you prefer. That's how you fit into the niche and the path that is you by being your full self and knowing that whatever has to unfold that is relevant for you as a unique consciousness and a unique perspective will be exactly what you need to get a reflection of the fulfillment that you create in your state of being.
So the other versions of me, then they're
Yes.
not really me, right?
No, they're not. They're other people
They're other
entirely.
people. Okay, I wondered about that.
No, does that answer that question?
Can I'm going to ask a question
Yes.
that's kind of related. I've been working. I feel very bad because I
Yes.
work for my father, and I
Yes.
feel like, you know, I didn't
Yes.
get like a independent job, and he's
So
been
what?
supporting me to create a website. It's a social media site. I've been working.
Yes. Does
Hard.
that excite you?
It does really excite me, but there's something about it that is just been driving me crazy. So
Oh, such as? How exciting. What drives you crazy?
Fear.
Fear about what?
I just feel guilty about succeeding.
Fear about what? You feel guilty about what?
About the possibility of succeeding.
What is success? Being yourself. If at first you don't succeed, redefine success to be that definition that works for you. No one else will have the same definition of success.
Or I guess I'm scared of failing. It's one or the other.
What is failure? Not being yourself. That's it.
Do you really have to be yourself 100% of the time before you're successful at being yourself?
No. No, you do not. But here's the paradoxical irony. When you're okay with not being your true self 100% of the time, you are being your true self 100% of the time. Because you know you're going through a process, and it's okay to go through the process, and it's okay to know you're not always at your best, and that's okay. It's when you start heaping judgment and guilt upon yourself that you're going in the other direction. It's not because you're not always doing exactly the thing you would like to do. It's because of your attitude toward that experience that determines whether you're successful or not. So if you're all right with sometimes going, oh, well, you know, I took a left turn here. It's not what I intended, but all right, I learned something from it. I'm not always 100% at my best, but that's okay because I know that it is my intention to be. And therefore, by acknowledging that it's okay to have gone down that path, even if it wasn't what I preferred, I know that overall I'm okay and have a self-correcting, self-guiding system that will always course correct and bring me back to where I prefer to be. That is success. Not because you achieve a goal. Not because something comes to fruition in the way you thought it would. Success is being okay with yourself at every moment, even when you're not okay with yourself. That's okay. If you heap judgment and guilt upon yourself, that's what stops you from being a success. Because many, many people in your reality who you would look at and go, oh, that's a very, very successful person, that's their secret, is they don't give up. They don't get down on themselves for suddenly maybe being out of alignment with who they prefer to be. They learn from it. They get back into alignment. They say, okay, lesson learned. Let's move on. That's success, because the process of your entire life, the process is the point. The journey is the destination. You're not trying to get anywhere. All you're doing is attempting to be more of yourself to the best of your ability. And if you're doing your best, that's all you need to do, and that's a success. Does this help?
Yes, it does.
Do you feel a little bit more relaxed about yourself?
I do. I do.
Then that is the measure of success. All right?
Thank you, Bashar.
You are welcome. Maybe it will help you learn to truly live in the moment when you face impending death.
There we go. Thank you for your time and your...
There is no time. You're welcome.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
So I have a couple questions here.
Yes.
It seems as if the rate of transformation on the planet is increasing.
Yes.
Is that the case?
Well, yes, for those that are involved in increasing it for themselves, that's what you will perceive in others of like vibration, of course.
Okay.
For others, it's not increasing.
I see. Is it going to continue to increase, like,
If
intensely?
that is the world you're in, yes. Remember, you never change the world you're on. You shift yourself to another version of Earth that is already more reflective of the change you made within yourself. Other versions of Earth still exist, and on those versions, people may not experience an acceleration that way.
Sure.
But that's not necessarily your reality anymore, so why are you focused on it?
Okay, thank you. Okay, my second question has to do with ayahuasca and psilocybin mushrooms. I find myself benefiting a lot from them, and
Yes.
I respect your perspective, and I'm just curious what your perspective on those.
There are natural teachers that grow from the earth that are presented for the purpose of training you to get into different states. But the point is once you learn to get into those states, the point is learning to get into those states yourself without necessarily always needing the teacher. Otherwise, beyond a certain point, the teacher becomes a crutch.
I see. Is that realistically possible for a lot of us? I find that they take me personally to very expanded states of consciousness that I'm unable to get to normally now.
You mean that you believe you are unable to get to?
Yes, perhaps.
Therefore, you understand that you're still doing it. You're just using the teacher as a permission slip to circumvent your belief system that you can't do it on your own, but you're doing it on your own anyway.
I see.
Do you understand?
Yes, yes.
So when you finally realize that you are the permission slip, you will do it on your own.
Okay.
So, does that help?
It does help. Thank you. Yes. Let's see.
Guys?
Are you familiar with Eckhart Tolle?
Yes.
Would you say that those riding the leading edge of the collective consciousness are heading towards that level of consciousness in, the next 10, 20, 30 years within our lifetimes? Or is that like an exceptionally high state of awareness that's maybe not realistic for a lot of people to attain in the next, 20, 30 years?
I would not say that it's not realistic.
Okay.
Because it is.
Do you see a lot of people reaching that level more and more as time goes on?
We see the people reaching that level that desire to reach that level and actively act to follow their passion, which then automatically leads to that level because it's a self-perpetuating, self-guiding, self-expanding system when you follow your passion. So those that make that choice will obviously choose to reach that level. Those that don't won't. Simple as that.
Okay.
It's not about the numbers in that sense. Because remember, you're not changing the world you're on anyway. You're shifting to another earth.
Sure. Okay.
Make sense?
It makes sense, yes. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Oh, sir. So does that answer your question then, sir?
It does, yes. Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Good day. I've had a few events that have happened to me over the last few years.
Yes.
That I would like to tell you about.
All right.
First thing is actually for the last 10 years, I have been visited by pretty much the same spaceship.
Yes.
In the same place for the last 10 years.
Which place would that be?
South Pasadena, California.
All right. And so, what does the ship look like?
Well, it looks, I don't know how to describe it. It looks very metal. It looks, it's huge. It's got a round part here and then like portions coming out of it that are round. I mean, it's really huge.
All right.
And it's got lots of lights that are going over.
All right. And so, what are your experiences with this?
My experience is that it's trying to communicate with me.
Yes.
I try.
Yes.
I get some downloads.
Yes.
And then it tries to show me signs like hieroglyphics. I mean, just like a whole other language.
All right. And so, what do you do with this information in your life?
I accept it. I allow it.
And do what with it? How do you apply it energetically in your life? Does it help you move forward on your passion more easily?
I think it does. I feel very connected to the universe.
All right.
I feel like I'm being communicated with.
Yes.
So, it doesn't scare me. It doesn't frighten me. To me, it's just a whole other
Yes.
Realm that I am exposed to.
So, again, it allows you to understand more of your greater being.
Yes.
It allows you to move forward in an accelerated way by acting on your passion more easily in life. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Well, is that enough of a reason for it to be happening?
I think right now it is.
All right. Do you assume there needs to be some other reason?
I don't know.
Do you need to know?
Probably not. I think I'll just wait and see.
Yes.
The other thing that's happened is that certain things, certain objects are showing up randomly in.
Such as?
I opened a little bag that I have that I keep lipstick in,
Yes.
and there was a pin that said "Buddy" on it. Buddy, that just appeared.
Yes.
And then a couple of nights later, I was eating dinner, and I leaned down to pet my dog. I, like for 2 seconds, came back up, and there was a light bulb in my dinner.
Oh,
little
all
bitty
right.
light bulb.
How enlightening.
How enlightening, exactly.
I guess you like light meals.
So it's a little, it was a little surprising.
Well, is there something wrong with that?
No, there was
Do you
nothing
not
wrong with
want
that.
your reality to be that flexible, that malleable, that magical?
I do.
Well, then,
Okay.
are you confused?
No, I don't think so. I kind of wanted just to talk about it with somebody that maybe,
Oh, all right.
who had a little bit more experience than me.
Well, that's fine, but you sound like you're doing well.
Okay.
You sound like you're breaking down the barriers of time and space
Yeah.
and allowing yourself to experience more of the natural form of reality, which is magical and miraculous, where things can come in and go out, and there are fewer barriers
Yes.
in time and space for you. So this would be an exciting thing, yes?
Yes.
All right.
I have one other question. Are the extraterrestrials communicating with us? I mean, are they?
What do you think I'm doing right now?
Right. That's it.
Hello, is this thing on?
That sounded so funny. Sorry, guys. All right, never mind. That answered it. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Hi, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I just have a question about following your passion.
Yes?
Sorry.
No, don't apologize. You are letting go of belief systems that don't belong within you by washing out the chemical components of them through your tears. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So what about following your passion?
How do you get over the fear
Of?
of just going for it?
Well, first and foremost, do you understand that if you actually are in the state of passion, nothing negative can happen?
No.
You're linking two ideas together that have no business being linked. This is one of the common things that happens in the minds of the people on your planet. They think that they can be in a particular state and yet experience something of a completely different state, which is not physically possible. If you experience something you don't prefer, it means you had to change your state out of excitement in order to experience that. So let's just say you are acting on your passion, and then suddenly you decide to leave that state and then experience something you don't prefer. All right, well, so what? There's a lesson there for you, perhaps, to show you that you might be choosing to do that, choosing to leave that state, and therefore you get the result of having done so. That's a lesson in and of itself that gives you an opportunity to go, well, now what reason would I leave the state I prefer to be in? Now you have something to work with. This goes down to what we have talked about as